Hi, good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to the Westcon and CommScope Edge Virtual Partner Summit. We have an exciting agenda planned for you for today. So, before we start our formal sessions, I would like to give a quick insight into what we have in store for you today. As you must be aware, the key focus of today's summit is to help you understand how you can partner with Westcon and CommScope for your success. So we have a number of senior executives from both Westcon as well as CommScope and key matter experts to share the latest updates with you during the summit today. Also, keeping in mind the current challenging times and the need for us to support the bigger community, we have decided to donate a small amount on behalf of each and every individual attending today's summit. The donations made today will be given as a part of our CSR initiative, Westcon Comsto Unites, to the Lebanese Red Cross and to UNICEF for their upcoming projects in Bangladesh and Kerala. To add some fun and excitement to the summit today, we also have a planned performance by international award-winning magician and mentalist Larry Sofer, who will be mesmerizing you with his live magic tricks. Finally, and most importantly, giving your feedback is really important, and getting that feedback is really valuable to us. You will be asked to rate the content after today's presentation, and there'll be a short survey conducted immediately after the summit. Please take the time to give us your valuable feedback. Now, without further ado, I would like to welcome Steve Locke, who is the Group Managing Director at Westcon Comsto Middle East, to take us through his presentation. Hi, Steve.
Hi, good morning to Sean. Good morning, all. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to open up today's session. It's one of a series of sessions that we've held and look at how, by partnering with Westcon Comstore, you can be successful. Our model is simple. We work around our edge, that's extend, develop, grow, and extend model, and that will be gone into greater detail by Paul Cunningham, who will follow me today in this session. Really what our role is as a VAD, or a value-added distributor, is to commoditize products. And how we do that is by communicating and telling you all about those technologies and assisting you in selling them. At each stage of the sales cycle, if we just move on a slide, sorry guys, we aim to have dedicated resources to support you in that. And today we already have within our Unified Comms division dedicated resources around CommScope. We look at how our services team can be there to support and augment your own capabilities. Our SEs are constantly available to support you in building the materials, heat maps, etc., around the technologies you'll hear about today. And in logistics, we have been actually faultless. Throughout COVID, we've managed to remain completely operational. We've not had a single day down. In terms of our global deployment capability, it could be you're working with customers with multiple sites. Some of those sites can be geographically diverse, and it's important that we maintain a single point of contact. Westcon Comstore has got more country operations than any other global distributor. What that allows us to do is to be that seamless contact point that allows you to deploy globally, dealing with all the issues around taxation, importer of record, etc., and support you in those areas. We have dedicated teams around renewals, and as annuities becomes a greater part of our lives and service opportunities that need to be renewed on an annual basis, it's important that we have this team engaging with you. And then all the way around, full circle to marketing as a service. So we recognize that many partners don't have the benefit of dedicated marketing teams, or from time to time, you'd like those capabilities extended. Through MAS, or marketing as a service, we're able to support you in that, in generating demand within your own end user base. And if you have requirements for this, please feel free to reach out to myself, to Shah, or your account manager, and we can give you more details about that. Move on a slide, please. Thank you. Perhaps one of the, actually, let's do 2 slides. We'll go fast today. Frankly, we talk about what makes a good partner. How do we partner for success, and really what sets Westcon Comstore apart? And we had this conversation internally just a few weeks before lockdown, and trying to understand what is that unique DNA that Westcon Comstore brings. And really what it dawned on us was the things that we do on a Thursday night at 10 o'clock when somebody's network's down and you're relying on a distributor to get you that box or give you that support. And that's outside core hours. Many other distributors, you'll get a voicemail, somebody in reception saying, please call back in the morning. And we're really proud and pride ourselves on having a culture within Westcon CommStore of can do, will do. And the number of times we've got partners out of problems late at night or over weekends or those core hours, that really is what sets us apart. And if you've not experienced that, try us, because I'm not suggesting you place all your orders on a Thursday night, but try the Westcon CommStore difference. I'm really proud to say that's what does set us apart. So it's been a tough few months, but there are bright spots out there. There's no doubt that COVID has accelerated our journey into digital transformation. Initially, strong, scalable, secure remote networking, and we've benefited from this clearly as a business over the last months. But there's a changing environment, and the environment is changing on almost a daily basis. The needs of the business are constantly evolving, and there's never been a more important time to stay closer to our customer. And by customer, I think we've also moved on from being the IT department or the telecoms department to being the line of business and really understanding what the line of business needs to succeed in this environment. And again, it's a very changing life cycle in the way that we're consuming technology. We had a call with a buyer just a few weeks ago and looked at the changing demands of the life cycle around procuring telecoms equipment. It used to be a big PBX, and that life cycle was up to 9 months from start to actually getting the order. And then if you look at unified comms as a service, that life cycle is much shorter. It can be up to just 30 to 45 days. So if you're not calling with your client and really understanding the needs of their business, you could be discombobulated. People can come in and take that market from you. So really important to stay close to customers at this time. The beauty of CommScope is obviously their portfolio, and we're going to hear more today about the breadth of that portfolio, but they've got opportunities and technologies that can span all of these sectors, and even the most impacted, perhaps retail, wholesale and transport. There's lots and lots of opportunities in there, both in the way that we classically consume technology, and more importantly, how we consume that technology in cloud. And I'm really looking forward today to the Wi-Fi cloud as a service, or Wi-Fi as a service using the cloud, and how that can be beneficial to our partners. I'm going to hand over to Sean. Thank you very much for your time today. What I would urge you to do is to concentrate with some great quizzes, some great technologies, some wonderful presenters today, and the great mentalist session as well. So please enjoy the session, get as much from it you can, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out at any time to anybody within the team. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Steve, for the very informative session. I'm sure that our attendees today will find this information very useful as we all adjust to the new normal. I would now like to invite Paul Cunningham, who is the Chief Marketing Officer at Westcon CommStore, to talk about Westcon CommStore's Edge and our digital distribution journey. Hi, Paul. Welcome to the summit today.
Hi, Tushar, and thank you very much. And thanks everybody here for the opportunity to speak with you about the details of how you engage with us in your route to success. As Chief Marketing Officer, as well as facilitating the kinds of communication that you're seeing from us today, one of my primary jobs is to try and understand what is happening in the marketplace, and for us as a business to react to it, and in turn, help our customers and our vendor partners to react to it as well. So I just want to spend a few minutes talking to you about some of the changes that we're seeing in the marketplace and how indeed we are reacting to them. My opening position is that the channel, the IT channel as a sector, is transforming. And this is being driven by customers. The way in which enterprises and organizations research, procure, and consume technologies is fundamentally changing. And the one thing that we've definitely observed is that it's becoming a much more software-driven marketplace. We ourselves, as Westcon CommStore, are on a trajectory where we fully anticipate that more than half of our revenue mix globally will be comprised of software-based products in the next 2 to 3 years. As well as the channel changing, we as an organization are changing. You probably know that Westcon CommStore has been around for more than 30 years as an organization, and we are taking the very best things that we've learned from that long experience and combining them with our understanding and our development practices in the digital world to help you adapt to this new landscape. Our commitment is that we will continue to innovate in our services and our technology to ensure that you can initially understand, but then arrive and grow very easily and profitably in this new digital marketplace. And I want to spend a few minutes talking about how we are going about that. Let's think about the changes that we're being asked to enact and the marketplace trends that we're reacting to. I would say that the key thing that we need to do is to maintain relevance as a channel to our customers and to our vendor partners. And that requires us to, yes, transform some of the things we're doing, but also stay good at the things that put us in this position in the first place. This focus on transformation and value creation is something you'll be hearing more about today. We've built an approach we call digital first, which we think combines the best of those proven strengths and the new capabilities that we're developing around digital and software. We arrive in this landscape with a global footprint. We have an unrivaled presence in many marketplaces around the world, whether they be established or emerging markets. Our long experience means that we can address these new opportunities in a hybrid solutions focused way. There'll be a very long tail of hardware and on-premise type solutions or components in the things that we deliver to our customers for some time to come. And being able to deliver that, but also solve some of the technical and commercial complexity that attaches to that, is a very important feature of our service. But at the end of the day, what we do is all about enabling your growth. We need to combine, as I said, elements of things we do today with a transformation to new services as well. We've done a lot of work recently on behalf of our vendor partners with IDC, the industry analyst, and they talk in some detail in their channel practice about these trends of sustain and transform. And yes, we need to keep doing the things we've always done. You know, our scale, our reach, our great logistics services, our financial support for partners, the way in which we conduct training and marketing is well understood. But increasingly, we're focusing on those transformational elements of the relationship, aggregating solutions at scale, be they physical or digital, in that hybrid world. The fact that increasingly solutions are multi-vendor, but although they may be multi-vendor, the client, the customer, only wants one bill and one place to resolve issues. Enabling our partners themselves to undergo some of this transformation. We see that as a key part of our role as a distributor. And as Steve alluded to, our ability to deliver marketing as a service, increasingly digitally, as part of this trend towards the new marketplace, is a major factor of our benefits as a distributor. So connecting that new ecosystem of software, hybrid, cloud, digital, whichever way you're arriving at it, is a very important part of this transformational role for us. Essentially, this move to software and services means that we're again shifting towards a recurring revenue model. The way in which things are consumed and paid for is changing. And we see this ourselves in our personal and business lives. Increasingly, we consume software and related technology services on a consumption or a subscription-based model. So the move to recurring revenue is clearly underway. And what we're trying to do is take away some of the heavy lifting and the complexity that comes with that. And we do that through a combination of our platforms, our people, and our knowledge and our processes that we use to support them. And that combination, as delivered to you, means that you can really focus on building and growing your own business and building the capabilities that you need to be effective. A few examples of how we're innovating to enable that growth. Obviously, a lot of this is delivered in the form of tools and portals and processes that we use to engage with you as a partner. One of the key aspects of working in this new software-driven way is that we need to constantly understand the way in which the customer is adopting and benefiting from the software solution. So the ability to apply analytics and reporting to the customer's experience of that solution is extremely important. The way I characterize this is that perhaps in the old days of a lot of physical hardware distribution, we would sell the thing, we'd go and install it, commission it, check it was working, and perhaps then just leave it alone for a year, 2 years, until the renewal was due on the maintenance contract. Now, with the shift to software and increasingly software and solutions as a service, that becomes a continuous dialogue, a continuous conversation with the customer as we understand their experience, their problems, their benefits, and help them to really get the most of that software solution. That's supported through a very strong product knowledge base and the ability to deliver information and knowledge just in time. As you reach critical stages of development with that customer, we can make sure that you're well positioned to address their needs. As I said just now, increasingly, these solutions are multi-vendor in their nature. And even though they're multi-vendor, we only want to deal with one billing process. So the ability to aggregate a consumption-based billing into a single point of contact and payment for the customer is a very valuable part of what we offer. Steve talked about the Edge framework, and we use Edge as a kind of delivery model for many of these services. Edge stands for engage, develop, grow, and extend. And I want to talk briefly about the reasons why it was designed this way and how our partners have already benefited from working with us using this framework. Edge is a combination of programs, tools, and supporting services that are all focused on building a growth-oriented, profitable business and get access to our core services of support, deployment, education, and so on to really maximize your potential from that opportunity. But it's very seldom that we stop at a single opportunity. Once we prove that we can address a particular customer type or a particular solution type, we know that there's potential growth in similar kinds of solutions and similar customers in our marketplace. So then we start thinking about how to develop our business model to go and address that additional opportunity. So we work with your pre-sales, your consulting people, your sales people, with further mentoring, further education, further business development services that really help you tap into what the vendor can offer, but also what we can offer as a distributor to help you reach further into that market. With that platform established, we can really start to embark on the growth phase, growing the business, looking at additional technologies, supporting you with long-term marketing that really drives you into that target market. And finally, once we've established those kinds of footholds in those marketplaces, we can start to think about the additional opportunities in the extend phase. Where are the tangential and related opportunities in similar markets, similar technologies, additional engagements, affinity type products that add further value to the solution, working in a kind of cross-architectural way. So as you'd imagine, at each stage, we've developed offers and services that can help you really engage with the marketplace around each stage of market development. And the benefits that you will derive from working in this way are rapid success in the early stages of engagement, confident development when you get into those intermediate develop and grow stages, and then very strong support on additional growth opportunities as we move into understanding your business model and that of your end customers, and really think about how we drive a more detailed planning approach to growth. And one of the key benefits of the extend stage is a thing we call intelligent demand. And I just want to spend a moment talking about what that is. In those grow and particularly the extend stages, our partners expect us to drive end user demand on their behalf, finding out where those new business opportunities are and uncovering some of the hidden gems and the hidden treasure, if you like, out in the marketplace. To meet that expectation, we've developed a service called Intelligent Demand. And this combines analytics with digital marketing to deliver on a number of benefits. We think it's extremely effective at growing net new business, but also you may find, as Steve was referring to earlier, particularly with partners like CommScope, the ability to go and target new verticals and to address the specific needs of a vertical market in a particular way. And by focusing on that, building up some specific skills, some specific presence in that vertical that becomes easier to defend and for you to dominate for the long term. Steve mentioned renewals. We can accurately predict which subscriptions and which contracts are coming up for renewal, not just in our own installed base, but in third-party installed bases as well. That means we can outsmart the competition, and eventually, as we build a very strong customer base, we can start to see where those tech refresh opportunities are, getting ahead of the obsolescence curve and really delivering much more value to our end customer. The reason this is possible is that obviously we amass a huge weight of operational data in our day-to-day business as a distributor, and we now augment that with third-party data from various sources that allows us to ask and answer questions of this type that we've never been able to do before. And we're already seeing significant benefit with some of our partners in your region from working through this intelligent demand approach. So to conclude, everything that we're trying to do here is to very specifically develop your capabilities. In our experience, no two partners are exactly alike. We all arrive from different histories, different origins, different skill sets. So whether you're a managed service provider, you're a relatively new born in the cloud reseller, you're a technology partner or an ISV in the software space, a large solution integrator, a traditional value-added reseller, or indeed a technology vendor in your own right, we believe that by understanding your business model, we can deliver services that help you to understand your customers better, to build the experience and the skills that you need to differentiate your business, to create and sustain these new revenue streams, as well as sustaining the things you've done before. So everything we're trying to do is oriented towards a successful partnership with you. And although Steve and I have been doing most of the talking today, we really do believe this is a conversation. And we would encourage you to come to us at any time, engage with us in helping to understand what your challenges are in the marketplace, what your opportunities are. And I think, as you can see, we have a very powerful portfolio of vendor partners, but also our own services and offers that can help you achieve that successful partnership and greater growth and profitability in the marketplace. With that, I'd like to thank you very much for your attention. I hope you get a great amount from today. I know Tushar and the team have done a great job in planning exciting content for you, and we look forward to working with you in the near future. Thank you. Tushar.
Hi, Paul. Thanks for the very informative session. We have received a couple of questions, I'm going to address it to you guys. There's the first question, which is related to marketing as a service. So I'll probably answer that myself. The question is, can Westcon's marketing as a service help us with custom-made digital marketing campaigns to generate new demand? So yes, guys, our marketing as a service is there to support you. The way we work is we try to understand your needs, make tailor-made content for you, and we can surely help you generate leads and get new business through our digital marketing campaigns. If you need more details, feel free to reach out to me. The next question we have is, what best practice can we follow in our digital marketing, keeping in mind the current scenario? So Steve, if you would like to take this question.
Thank you, Tushar. That was a hospital part. That one. You're the marketing manager. You should handle this one.
Thanks, if you want.
I think a couple of things that we've learned. One is essential spend. So there's a lot going on out there at the moment. We've seen some marketing activities that, frankly, are they're giveaways, giveaway culture, and we can't really afford to be doing that these times. So making sure that we're spending our money wisely. I think the second one is around targeted campaigns. Paul alluded to the data that we've got. We've got some fantastic data there, and by working with you in marketing as a service as a partner, you have that rich end user data as well. So that's definitely an area. Everybody's doing online seminars. So varying it. I think Tushar's done a great job with the team here in making sure that we have something different. So introducing the quiz obviously is essential because we're checking not just people paying attention. That's not really what it's about. It's making sure that that information transfer is happening, and that's really what these sessions are about. Adding value, a little bit of fun. Larry's session today really does bring a little bit of lightness into our lives at the moment. I think we all need that. And I think another thing is this platform we're using. So Venue is very different, I think, from many of the other activities you'll see with other people. And it allows us to do different things in terms of breakout groups, etc. So yeah, doing it differently, keeping it fresh, all good things that we are learning on this journey as well. So we don't have all the answers, but we're trying to do a decent job. Tushar, back to you.
Thanks, Steve. I think that was a very nice answer, and it explained exactly what we are going through at the moment. Yeah, it's an entire journey in terms of digital marketing and virtual events. We have another question, and I think I'll probably ask Paul to address this one. The question is, how can Westcon team help us identify tech refresh opportunities?
Okay, yeah, great question. And it's one I touched on in my remarks about intelligent demand. We're working with a couple of our vendor partners globally and in region as well around a process we call solutions lifecycle management. And this involves us first understanding the data. So we're able to look into the installed base on behalf of a vendor and to understand where those tech refresh and renewal opportunities are existing. It tends to be very vendor driven, clearly, because we require the vendor's support and guidance in setting these programs up. But the first thing is we've proven that the approach is very effective. And Steve can perhaps comment more now or at some point in the future about the effectiveness that they've seen of working this way in the region with our customers. The second point is come and ask us the problem, challenge us, right? Come and tell us what it is you're trying to achieve. We can then consult the data through our intelligent demand service rather, and see if we can frame the questions for you and get you the right answers. We're not going to guarantee that every single time we'll have the perfect answer for you, but I do believe through this intelligent demand service we have a good vision across a very wide data set, across a wide range of vendors, vertical industries, user types that can be effective in helping identify those opportunities. So in some cases, we start very well informed because the vendor is starting from that perspective. In other cases, it's a bit more, let's get in the data and see what we can find. But in either case, I think we can get you results.
Great. Thanks, Paul. Thank you, Steve, for addressing these questions. Guys, if you still have any further questions, feel free to send them to the chat option. We will get them addressed during the presentation, during the summit today. But we have a very tight agenda for the summit today. So I'll once again thank Paul and Steve for taking us through the presentation. Thank you. And I would now like to invite Mo Raslan, who is the Regional Director for GCC Enterprise at CommScope, to give us an overview about CommScope's roadmap, including portfolio and solution summary. Hi, Mo. Welcome to the summit today. Mo, if you can unmute yourself. Guys, please bear with us for a couple of seconds. We seem to be experiencing some technical issues. Just bear with us for a couple of seconds while we get Mo back to the live studio. Guys, while we try to resolve the technical issues we are facing with the Mo's connectivity, I would like to welcome Larry, who is our celebrity mentalist. Yeah. So while we resolve this issue, maybe Larry can cheer us up with some live magic tricks. So hi, Larry. How are you?
Well, and you, Tushar. Nice to see you.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Yeah, we are just trying to resolve some technical issues, but I thought this gives us an opportunity to see some magic. Yeah.
Absolutely. Would you like me to do my full set now?
Probably we can start with we can use this time as a warm up. Yeah, so we can see a couple of tricks, and I think we are trying to resolve the technical issues. So I'll give you a heads up. Yeah, if you are able to get more back, then we'll continue with his presentation. Otherwise, you can do your entire show right now itself. Cool?
Okay, great. So I do see that that Mo says, how about now? So hopefully he's ready in the background there, but we can get started. So my name is Larry Soffa, and I'm a mentalist. I read minds, I predict the future, I bend metal, I do weird and wonderful things, and you're going to get to experience some of that here today. In fact, we're going to get some people up onto the stage area here, just so we can do a little bit of a warm-up, just to get you all into the swing of things. So everybody at home, and if you're on the stage, I want you to join in with me right now. So everybody raise your right hand like this. And if we could get some volunteers up onto the screen, that would be great. I see that we have, who are you guys? Hi, nice to meet you. What's your names?
Jay here.
Jay and?
Bart, hi, welcome.
Perfect. Very nice to meet both of you. So Jay and Bart, I want you to keep your hands raised like this. And everybody at home, I want you to do the same thing at the same time right now. Everybody join in with me and take your index finger and your thumb and place it together. Excellent. And then take that circle and place it on your chin. Very good, Jay. But Bart, seeing that you thought that this was your chin, that just shows me how easily you're going to be able to be influenced here today. So we're going to have a lot of fun here today. Like I say, my name's Larry Soffa, and I'm a mentalist. So I predict what people think of, and I read people's minds. In fact, Bart, I had a dream about you last night. And in my dream, you chose a card. I saw which card you chose. This morning, I turned that card upside down in this pack. So if you had to think of a card right now, and it had to match that card that's upside down, that would be crazy, right?
Yeah, for sure. That would be really crazy.
It would be really crazy, right, Bart? So what card would you think of? You can name any card you like. Bear in mind, there are no jokers in the pack.
Hearts 2.
2 of hearts. This is so weird. I have one box, one face-up pack inside this box. And inside this face-up pack, there's one card that's turned face down in the entire face-up pack. Wouldn't it be so weird if that was the...
Oh, wow. This is amazing.
Thank you very much. Now, I know in these circumstances, under these virtual platforms, it's a little bit difficult to applaud because we're worried about getting feedback. So I've come up with a great solution. So I want you to raise your hands like this. And Jay, you can do the same, and you can just shimmy your hands like that. And when you guys want to do a virtual applause, this is the way that we're going to show our love during this time. All right. So I believe that I can influence you guys to think of a particular number here today. So we're going to try it with both Bart and Jay. I've got some different numbers right over here. You can see that they're all different. And I'll mix them up a few times, just so you guys don't even know the order at all. In fact, I'll mix it up behind the table over here, so you know that there's no way you could possibly know any numbers at all. Okay. Now we're going to create a number here today. So both Jay and Bart and myself, we're going to create a number, and I'm going to try and influence your minds to think of a particular number, or at least to think stop at certain points, so we can create a number that's very, well, seemingly random. So let's start with Jay. Jay, all you have to do is just say stop wherever you like.
Stop.
This one over here?
The third one.
The third one, perfect. So the third one goes in the first position. Once again, Jay, just say stop.
Stop.
This one?
Stop.
This one?
No, the other one.
Which one was that? I don't remember.
This, yes, then next on to that. Yeah, that one. Yes, that
This one. Okay, cool. I know it seems very confusing, but at the same time, I do believe that you're going for the right numbers that I want you to go for. So Bart, just say stop. Wherever you see my finger, just say stop.
Stop.
This one?
No, the previous one.
The previous one.
That one. Yeah.
Again?
Stop.
This one?
Yeah, correct.
Perfect, Bart. You're going exactly where I want you to go to. Once again, say stop.
Stop.
This one?
Yeah, the last one. Yeah.
Excellent. Jay, let's do this a little bit faster. We've got 5 more left to go. Say stop.
Stop.
This one?
No, this separate one. Yes,
This
that's
one. Okay, great. Excellent. Jay, once again, say stop.
stop.
This one?
Yeah.
Excellent. And Bart, say stop.
Stop.
This one?
Yeah. Perfect.
Very, very good. You don't want to change your mind to any of the other two?
No, no, no. I stick to this one.
Okay, cool. And Jay, you have the last choice. Does this one go first over here or this one?
This one, the last one. Come first.
So this one over here and this one over here, right?
Yeah.
So you guys created this number very randomly. But at the end of the day, I don't believe any of this was random. I believe that I was able to influence you to stop at all the right numbers that I wanted you to. This number is 3000 541 4100. 3000 541 4100. I believe that I was able to influence you to pick this number. If you had to choose it in any other order, it would have been a different number, right?
Yeah.
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 This piece of paper has been sitting here the entire time in full view. I haven't moved it out of the camera at all. And it says 3 0 0 0 5 4 1 4 1 0 0.
Wow.
Now I know that at this point in time things can seem really difficult and even upside down. But with CommScope, anything is possible.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, really amazing.
Thank you very much, guys. You guys have been amazing. So I would like to take this to the next level, and I wonder if I could actually get some more people up onto stage over here. We've got Bex. Hi, Bex. How are you doing?
Really good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks. And where are you from?
I'm from the UK, just outside London.
Wonderful, wonderful. I've been there before. And so I'm here in Cape Town, South Africa. And even though you're in the UK right now, across this virtual call, I'm going to try and get inside your head and see your thoughts. I know it sounds impossible. It would be mad, right? So do you have a phone with you?
Pardon?
Do you have your cell phone with you?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. What kind of cell phone do you have?
I have an Apple phone. I've got no idea of the model, I'm afraid.
That's cool. Just so I know which internet browser you use. So you use Safari, right?
Do indeed.
Perfect. You can go into your Safari and then you can type in how many articles are there on Wikipedia. You'll type in that full phrase. You'll type in how many articles are there on Wikipedia. Now, Jay, Bart, and Bex, I'm going to show you how impossible this next effect is that I'm about to do. In fact, we'll do a little bit of a calculation, not very complicated calculation at all. And have you typed that in and press search, Bex?
I have indeed.
Excellent. And then you should see a website, should be the first or second website that says Wikicount. See that?
Got it.
Wonderful. If you could click into that for me and then show us all what that website says. Very good. So it says there are approximately 6 million articles, and it looks like in the English Wikipedia as of today's date, the 29th of September.
Yeah.
Very good. And how many words are there per article? It should say just below that.
1,182.
1,182 times 6 million. That will give us somewhere between 7 and 8 billion, not million, but 7 and 8 billion words on Wikipedia. Now, Bex, I'm going to read your mind on one of those 7 to 8 billion words, and that's how insanely impossible this effect is that I'm about to do. So I want you to scroll down, and you should be able to visit Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yes, have you done that?
Yeah, I'm there.
Excellent. If you could go into the little magnifying glass, that little search bar with the magnifying glass, and then type in any friend or family member's name.
Yeah.
In fact, why don't you delete every single letter and rather think of a celebrity instead? That way you know you'll definitely get an article. So actor, sports star, musician, actress, type in the full name. So if you had to search for Jennifer Lopez, you'd say Jennifer Lopez or Jennifer Aniston or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Okay, and once you've pressed search, you can let me know, and then you should get an article. And I want you to scroll down through the article and choose a nice long word, a word with more than 7 letters. So you know that if I get this right, this will be super impressive, first of all. But at the same time, make sure that the word is totally random. It has nothing to do with the celebrity. Let me know when you've got a word.
Yeah, I've got one.
Excellent. You can put your phone face down, so there's no way that I could ever know or I could ever see across the screen right now. Right now, you're just thinking of a random word, right? It'd be insane, right?
It would be completely insane.
And there was nobody else in the room that could have seen what word you were thinking of or anything like that. You merely just thought of it. So I'm going to try and get this from your mind right now. I want you to raise your hand like this. And I'm going to try and form a connection with you right now, X. In your mind, I want you to repeat the first letter of your word, never out loud, just in your mind. Start now, over and over, like R, R. It's not an R. Is it an A? Or is it an R? Was it an R? It was an R, okay. Because sometimes a capital R and a capital A, they look very similar, and I wasn't sure if I was getting an R or an A. I want you to spell out your word letter by letter, just in your mind, never out loud. Start now. Stop. That was a C that you just looked at. Yes. From the letter C, keep spelling now. Stop, X. That was an M in your mind for Mary.
Yes.
And right now, Bex, you're totally freaking out, and you skipped all the way to the end of the word, and you looked at the letter D.
I did.
Yes. You were thinking, this is crazy. Like, somehow Larry's in my head. He knows what my word is, right?
Yes.
I have no idea what the word is. Can you relax your arm for me? And just spell out your word in your mind again, never out loud. From the beginning, you can start now. Very good. Excellent, Bex. You're doing really good here. I'm definitely getting this. Yes. Okay. I think I've got this, Bex. Did you almost go for another word?
Pardon?
Did you almost go for another word?
Yeah, I did.
And don't tell me what that word was, but what did it begin with?
I can't even remember what the other one was.
I was getting that you almost thought of another word. Did it begin with an N or something like that for Nelly?
I think it might have, yeah.
Did that have to do something with numbers in your mind?
Oh my gosh,
many?
that's what it was, yeah.
Yes, something to do with many something, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And so I have no idea if I got this right, but if I got your word, one of 7 to 8 billion words right now, this would be crazy, right?
Completely.
So Bex, for the first time, tell everybody, what is the word that you're merely thinking of?
Recommended.
Wow.
Recommended. Yes.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
Bex, what's even crazier, Bex, is before you thought of recommended, you thought of a celebrity, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm getting that there was a male and female that came through your mind. In fact, I think that they're connected in some way, or they used to be. Were they married?
Yes.
Did you almost think of Angelina Jolie and you changed your mind to the sexier one for you, Brad Pitt?
I did indeed.
Yes.
Oh my word.
So it was Brad Pitt, right?
It was Brad Pitt.
Now, what's even crazier is before you thought of Brad Pitt, you thought of a family member, but you didn't even search for this person. You searched for Brad Pitt instead, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm getting that you almost thought of a family member, but you changed your mind to a friend, is it?
No, it was a family member.
It was a family member. Did a friend almost pass through your mind?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was getting like another girlfriend. She's got darker hair than yours.
Yeah.
Yes, but then you changed your mind. Is this your mom that you're thinking of right now?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
And your mom, she has lighter hair than yours, doesn't she?
Yes.
And I'm getting that your mom is like quite an excitable kind of person. She really loves life. She really enjoys things, and she really enjoys having people around at her home.
She does indeed. This is very creepy.
So in your mind, I mean, if I could get her name just from your mind right now, because you didn't even search for her, right?
No, and it's a hard name as well. So
Yeah, so I'm going to try and get this from your mind right now. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to do my best. I want you to imagine her right over here in your mind, Bex. And just in your mind, you're going to say hello, and then you're going to say her name. Never out loud, never move your lips. We're going to do that now. So you'd say hello. Helena? Helena?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my word! This is amazing. I
Thank
have no
you.
idea how you got that.
Say that again.
I have no idea how you got that. I thought it was a difficult name as well. It's not a very usual name. Wow. Oh my goodness.
See, I believe that whatever you believe in, you can make happen. And Bex, the reason why I did this right now is because I believe that we all have these abilities. So we're going to try this with somebody else. If we do have another volunteer, that would be great. Otherwise, we can use Jay and Bart again. And in fact, we'll use all three of you, especially if we don't have another volunteer. So I do have different cards over here. These are called ESP cards. And the reason why they're called ESP cards is because ESP stands for extrasensory perception. And these cards were created by a gentleman with the last name of Zener. So they're also named Zener cards. And back in the 1930s, they did these mental experiments where they would try to test somebody's extrasensory perception. So one person would stand in one room, another in another, and they would try to read each other's minds and pick up what the other person was thinking of. So they would try to guess which cards they were thinking of. They might have got 2 or 3 at max correct out of 5. They didn't ever get 5 out of 5, but we're going to see if we can do this here today. I also have an envelope over here, and I have some duplicate cards. So, Bex, this may resemble the circle of life for you, maybe a plus sign, wavy lines, could resemble an ocean. This could resemble maybe an aeroplane. The square could resemble thinking outside of the box, and the star could resemble a children's nursery rhyme, Twinkle Little Star. So Bex, in a moment, I'm going to get you to think of something, but we're going to do this with Jay first. So Jay, I want you to imagine a simple object that you could draw, something that you'd see in your own home or something that you'd see outside. Get an object into your mind now, and you can tell us what that object is.
Pillow.
A pillow. Fantastic. And Bex, if you had to think of the idea of a pillow, could you get an associated word coming into mind?
Yeah.
Excellent. I want you to change your mind to another associated word.
Yeah.
Very good. Then change your mind again, but this time commit to a thought.
Okay.
So now, Bex, you even have a word that you didn't even know that you would initially think of, right? And what is that word?
Herb.
Herb. Interesting. So from probably something like sleep to something else to herb, right?
Yeah.
Something to that effect, right? I know sleep is the first thing that came through my mind. I don't know if that's something that you thought of along the way. But now we're going to do this with Mo. So Mo, I have some duplicate cards over here. These cards match these on the table over here. And I'm going to see if you can connect with me and if you can actually kind of read my mind in a way. So I want you to close your eyes right now, Mo, and I want you to imagine yourself walking down a path, and you hear yourself walking, you hear your footsteps, and you also hear a river flowing around you. And you see the colors blue and green. Open up your eyes. Mo, I've put you into a heightened state of awareness right now, but also a relaxed state of being at the same time. Do you feel more relaxed?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, good. So we're going to see if you can do this right now, Mo. I'm going to see if you can connect with my mind. In fact, Mo, if you had to look at me and tell me which card this matches with, which one would you say?
The waves.
The wavy lines. And is there any reason why you went with that?
River, I don't know.
So weird.
This is crazy, man. I need to take my customer meeting.
Yes, I do understand that. So Mo, we're going to try this again. In fact, Mo, I do believe that we all have these abilities. And the reason why I do what I do is to inspire you to believe that the impossible is possible. So imagine if these things are possible right now, what you're doing, imagine what else you're able to create in your life. So let's see if you can do this, Mo. I'm going to mix this a little bit. I don't even want to know which card is which. And you just tell me, where do you think this one matches with?
The plus sign.
Any reason why you went for the plus?
No, no reason.
No, you want to change your mind?
No, I'll stick to it.
You happy with the mind you have?
Yes, sir.
No, I have no idea if you got this, but if you did, yes.
Man, how are you doing this? Okay. Now you're
Mo, you actually doing this, and I mean, if you could get like all 5 correct, this would be crazy. Let's see if I can help you here. Mo, I think that you're going to leave this one up until last. So I'll leave this one aside, and I believe that that one is going to be in the last position. So Mo, where do you think this one belongs? And in fact, let me just mix it like this. I don't even know which card is which. You're just using your extrasensory perception here. So you tell me, which one do you think it matches with?
the
star?
I changed my mind, by the way, 2 times here, so I'm gonna challenge you.
Okay. And which one did you end with?
Oh, the circle.
On the circle. Oh, okay, on the circle. Great. I didn't hear that completely there. I thought you said star. Did you almost choose the star?
I did.
You did?
Yes, I did almost choose the star.
And tell me, Mo, where do you think this one belongs?
The square.
The square over here. Mo, do you want to change your mind on any of these?
No, I'm fine.
You don't want to switch them, maybe move one over to the star?
No, I'm fine.
This is so interesting because you're so certain about this, Mo. You believe that this last one belongs with the star. This is so weird. I'm so glad I left the star up and open until last. Now, Mo, I have no idea if you got this, but if you did, yes, 100% correct.
This is scary. This is really scary. You go to the casino a lot, you make a lot of money.
I totally understand the way you feel, Mo. But what's even crazier, remember at the beginning, X thought of a word and Jay thought of an object that he could draw. Now, Mo, you were able to create the impossible, even in these difficult times. You were able to make the impossible possible.
Mm-hmm.
That just shows you that even though we're in difficult times, we can truly create anything that we put our mind to. This envelope has been sitting here the entire time. It's been sealed. Jay, you thought of a simple object, and that object was?
Pillow.
A pillow. Before the show even began, I drew something on this piece of paper. I drew exactly.
Wow.
No way.
A pillow.
Amazing.
And I even wrote a pillow there because I know it's a little bit difficult to kind of symbolize a pillow.
Looks like a pillow to me.
What's even crazier is, Bex, you thought of a word and you changed your mind a few times, and you landed up on a random word that you didn't even know that you were initially going to think of, right?
No.
And what was that word?
Herb.
Bex, I don't always get this right, but today I did.
Oh, crazy.
Crazy.
Now, you guys have been so fantastic. I've got one last special thing to show all of you guys. Last night I had a dream, and it was a dream that involved superheroes and supervillains. And I think it's probably because I enjoy superhero movies. Do you guys enjoy superhero movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I dreamt that there was this evil villain that tried to take over the world, and there was a superhero that came to save the day. And like in all good stories, there was love involved, and he saved the love of his life. Now, I think this the story or this dream that I had is very appropriate because I believe that you all, even at home, or everybody that's here today, I believe that you're all superheroes because you were able to withstand this difficult period that we've all been through. So you guys can feel very, very proud of yourselves. Now, you guys are going to choose the items that I dreamt in my dream last night. In fact, Jay, you can go with the supervillain. Bart, you can go with the superhero. Mo, you can go with the weapon. And Bex, you can think of the love of our superhero's life. So you guys can be as creative as you want to be. Just bear in mind that the items that you think of, or the characters that you think of, have to exist in a comic book or a fairy tale already, or they have to be a completely made-up name. So that's totally your choice. So Jay, what is our supervillain's name?
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok. I think that's just with the K at the end, like that. Yes. Perfect.
Yes.
And Bart, what is our superhero's name?
Spider-Man.
Excellent. Spider-Man. And Mo, what is the weapon that Spider-Man's going to use to defeat Ragnarok?
Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer. Thor's hammer, like that, yes?
Yeah.
Excellent. And Bex, what is the love of Spider-Man's life? And you can be as creative as you want.
Well, I was going to be creative, but my first instinct was to say Mary Jane. So we're obviously all connected on more levels.
Totally. I think we just instinctively want to go for Lois Lane or Mary Jane or something like that, right? So you can totally decide to go with Mary Jane, or you can change your mind and you can think of somebody very creative, somebody very random in your mind.
Yeah, I'm going to go for someone a bit different. It's probably not typically a love interest, but I'm going to go Black Widow.
Black Widow. Interesting. Like that, yes? Now, this is what's so interesting. You guys chose that Ragnarok was going to take over the world. Spider-Man was going to defeat Ragnarok and save the day using Thor's hammer, and he was going to save the love of his life, Black Widow. You could have chosen absolutely anything, but you chose these particular items here today. And what's so crazy is before the show even began, I wrote down something on a piece of paper that I put inside a wallet, and well, inside an envelope first of all. I sealed that envelope with staples all the way around it. And I put it inside this bulky wallet that's always so difficult to get out, but it's completely sealed. You can see it's completely sealed all the way around with a zipper compartment as well. And that zipper compartment, let me just, yes, you can see inside there, there's an envelope. And inside that envelope is a piece of paper. But that envelope that I spoke about is exactly this one that's sealed all the way around with staples. And this is the crazy part. Inside there, there's that piece of paper. And it says, last night I had a dream. Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys want to see the rest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so weird. It says, last night I had a dream that there was an evil villain named Ragnarok. Tried to take over the world, and luckily Spider-Man was there to save the day. Using a secret weapon called Thor's hammer. Not only did he help us win the battle, but he saved the love of his life, Black Widow.
Wow.
Thank you very much. I'm Larry Soffer. It's been a pleasure being here with all of you guys today. You guys were fantastic. Give yourselves a huge hand.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And thank you very much, Tushar. It was such a great honor and a pleasure being here with all of you guys today. And I'll hand back over to you.
Thanks, Larry. Thanks for such a spectacular show. And I'm sure I can say it on behalf of everybody here that you have completely blown us away with your magic tricks. Yeah. So, guys, we seem to have resolved our technical issues that Mo was facing. So, Mo, welcome to the summit today.
Thank you. Sorry for that, everybody. I apologize for having this technical glitch.
No problem, Mo. So, all over to you to take us through your presentation and give us, an insight into CommScope's roadmap, including the portfolio and the solution summary. Yeah. So, over to you, Mo.
All right. Well, this is a tough act to follow, Larry. So I'm gonna do my best here. But thank you you blew up my mind. I'm really amazed. I wrote your name down. I'm gonna follow you. All right. So my name is Mo Raslan. I am the regional director of CommScope in the GCC region. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time. We have arranged for a great lineup of speakers to take you through the latest and greatest from CommScope. So I hope you enjoy and stay engaged and ask lots of questions. I have been with Ruckus since 2012, and I've really witnessed us going through a huge transition from a medium-sized organization focused on providing leading technology in Wi-Fi, competing with giants and really making a difference, into a couple of acquisitions where we've added some technologies, the Brocade, and then Aris, and lately with 2019 with CommScope. And I feel the CommScope acquisition is a game changer for us, is a real game changer where we're going to see an explosion in our technology. And this, I can talented people and present across the globe, pretty much in every country. But what's unique about CommScope is, in my opinion, that's going to take this technology forward is two things. First is the fact that we are present in every network out there, regardless of where in the network, whether it is the cable, the fiber, the copper, the outdoor fiber, the antennas, whether it's the LTE or the outdoor Wi-Fi, and now with the Ruckus and the ICX portfolio, we're pretty much completing the customers' needs and completing the technology for them. And that gives us an advantage because now we understand what the end user wants, or what the user wants, and we complement it. The second thing that I feel is going to be a game changer is the attitude that CommScope has towards R&D. Last year alone, $800 million worth of investment in R&D. And I feel this type of attitude and this type of support and resources is just going to explode our technology. And I'm really excited to see what's next for us. I'm going to take the remaining 5-10 minutes and just really go through the three main pillars for us: the access point, the switching, and the controller, and talk to you about what have we done with it last year and this year, and where a little bit about where we're heading with it. So starting off with the access points, anybody who understands our go-to-market and our approach to access point would know that we divide that segment into three. So the entry point level access point, the mid-range, and the high end. So the entry point has been a phenomenal platform for us. We have introduced the R300 series long back, and we saw it dominate the market and really understand what the customer wants, and then give them that technology exactly what they need, whether it's the FM or the connectivity. So not much was required to change there for now. I'm sure, of course, there will be a roadmap in 2021 on that, and just stay tuned for it. But what we felt that the need for is in the mid-range, where we introduced early on this year the R650, and that's a Wave 6 access point. It has the integrated IoT in it, and later on we introduced the R550. Those two access points have been shippable for a while, and the feedback that we're receiving from the customer is absolutely amazing. So I'm very proud of our achievement here. And with those two, we have entered the Wi-Fi 6 arena. Earlier or late last year, we announced the R750 in the large scale, and that is really to replace the R710 and this R720. With this introduction, that was the first to market with the Wave 6, and we were pretty much early on adopters for this platform. And then later on, we introduced the R850 later on this year. So very exciting high-end scale of technology for you. If you know a little bit about our specialty access point, and that is the hospitality range. If you know Ruckus, you know that we pioneered this type of access points, the in-room access point. We were the first to announce it to the market back in the day, and the legacy continues. So the R550 is going to be announced later this year, and it will be launched early next year. So very excited, special technology there. Similarly, in the outdoor arena, we have, of course, categorized it into, again, three. So the early or the light T300, the entry point, and then the T610 and the 710. This year, we introduced the Wave 6 into this, so the T750 is now shippable and available, and soon enough the T750 SE will be ready in 2020 later on. So very quickly on the bridge, we are not a point-to-point or point-to-multi-point vendor, but we do understand the need for it and the last mile. So we have, I think 2 years or 3 years ago, introduced the P300, and it's been great. At least in my region, we have a lot of use for it. You know, those long-range building-to-building connectivity, or hopping in the desert to reach a specific area where we drop down a mesh Wi-Fi. These are simply just a little bit of what the applications are for, but absolutely a great technology that we have for you. It completes our portfolio in the outdoor. And the specialty access point as well, the M510. This is our LTE access point, where you have dual SIM APs available there. Moving on to the switches. Of course, the ICX switch goes way back. Goes back to the foundry days, and that's really taking it quite back. And after that, the Brocade acquisition, and then the Ruckus and Aris and CommScope. And Ruckus, we were the first to present the entry-level switching, entry-level and access switching. With those introductions, we introduced the 8-port, 10-port, and 12-port. They are still available and still in demand. We've also introducced the 7250 platform, and this is really a combination of 3 year support and the 8 uplink ports. So a packaged switch for you if you need it. But where we really felt the need to change is in the aggregation, because the 7450 and the 7650 served that requirement from 2 different angles, but we really wanted to focus on a one device for that platform, and that is why we introduced the 7550 earlier this year. this is a game changer by all means, because everything that you wanted in that platform, we now have available. Fiber, the multi-gig, the dual PowerPoint power supply and the dual fan, all available for you. If I want to sum this device, I don't have time to talk about it in more details, but if I want to sum it up in 3 letters, I would say scalability, reliability, and affordability for sure. So I really want you to go and explore the 7550. It is going to blow your mind. So I'm going to close with the Smart Zone platform. This is, to me, the biggest thing that we've done since the beginning of Ruckus. Really, it's that good. Not only we have now this platform as the managing platform for both Wi-Fi and switching or ICX. This has been the case since last year. This is not new to it, but we have enhanced on that platform and we've made it more scalable. But what's really exciting here is the unmatched scalability. The only controller today that can manage up to 2,000 access points. We've doubled the capacity here. So this is really exciting. And what is more exciting is that now we've listened to our customers, we've listened to their needs, and we understand that the lack of the dual power supply and the redundant power supply was an issue in our controller. And with the Smart Zone 144, we have introduced this for the first time, and it's really exciting, and I'm happy that it's here. And finally, we have also upgraded the memory on this. So very exciting platform, very exciting technology this year for us. I'm not going to go into the details. I leave that to the engineers, but I'm very thankful for you listening to me today. And please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer it. And I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mo. Thank you for the very informative session. And everyone, there's a lot of things that Mo covered during his presentation. If you have any questions, do send them across. We will get them addressed by Mo and team. As of now, I cannot see any questions. So thanks, Mo. We will now proceed ahead. And I would now like to welcome Abbas, who is the Territory Account Manager for GCC at CommScope, to share the latest promotions update.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Let me put it on the full screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Abbas, we can see the screen.
Thank you all for attending. My name is Abbas. I'm the Territory Manager for UAE and Levant for Ruckus CommScope. I'm going to quickly present to you the nice and beautiful promotions that we have. There's something very interesting. So let's get started with it. Many people don't know that we regularly launch different promotions to make our partners' life and the customers' life happier and make them enjoy the promotion that we launch. So I'm going to start with the Ruckus Analytics promotion. The Ruckus Analytics, it's a very exciting, very new, interesting feature that we recently launched. It is for both Wi-Fi and switches. We are offering here 1 year free for the Ruckus Analytics.
Abbas, sorry to interrupt you. If you can share it on presentation mode.
It is on presentation mode, isn't it?
We can still see your slide deck on the left-hand side.
So let me adjust something on my share again the entire screen. And now?
Yes, now we can.
Presentation mode?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, perfect. So this Ruckus Analytics 1 year free subscription is for existing and new Smart Zone customers. So if you have a smart zone or you plan to have one, we're going to offer you this Ruckus Analytics for free. So this new feature is a cloud service. So you don't have to install anything, you just benefit from it. It's aimed for network intelligence and service assurance. It's mainly powered by the machine learning and artificial intelligence, all these new gadgets that we use to provide the best IT with comprehensive visibility on what's happening on the network to facilitate their daily troubleshooting or managing any issues that can raise for the IT teams and make their life much easier. And also help the partners meet their SLAs so they can know what's happening in the network. It helps give a visibility, troubleshooting, very powerful incident analytics, automated health monitoring, so it will automatically detect and raise flags if there are any issues. It's a very robust reporting solution and have very nice, beautiful dashboard. So something very interesting to benefit from. It's 1 year free. All the Ruckus Smart Zone are eligible, up to 250 access points for each customer. And the customer should have above 50 APs to be eligible and having a smart zone. So it's completely free. Please try it, check it, see who from your customers is interested, and let me know so we can get it for you. We should hurry up because there's a limit. So it's until the last available part. So we allocate chunks of available licenses for that. It's very nice to see. The next part, also, it's a nice promotion for that we developed a unique bundle of IoT SKUs to help the service provider build and demonstrate this new sensor and IoT features to show to their customers. It involves the access points, the IoT modules, the dongles, or the access points that are already built in with the IoT modules. So either an existing AP like the H510 for hospitality sector, for example, that can have a dongle that enables the IoT module, the switches that come with it, the platforms, the license. So there is a very aggressive discount on each of these modules. Like I just put it here so you see how aggressive discount is. And this promotion runs until the end of the year, 31st of December, 2020. All partners and solution providers are eligible for that. So I invite you to take a look at that. Reach out to us, to our team, to help you develop the IoT bundle. It's very interesting for the customers. You're going to really like it. So there's another nice promotion also, which is the Zone Director Trade-in promotion. So if your customer has an existing Zone Director, which is the old controller we have, we're offering a trade-in. So a very aggressive discount and offer to change and switch from the Zone Director to the cloud with all the features that comes with it and get it ready for the Wi-Fi 6 and even Wi-Fi 5 access points that are already existing. So do not hesitate. Reach out to us. We're going to offer you a very interesting solution to migrate for the Zone Director you're having to our other offers, mainly the cloud version. So we also have another very nice and interesting feature for the education bundle. So it's a cloud with education. Many of the universities or school or education sector are interested in a very easy and nice lean network so that they remove all the headache and have it in the cloud. Now many of the services are residing in the cloud, like from the Office 365, from the other email servers, or the services that they're using, they are shifting it to the cloud to have a better management of it, to release the IT managers from managing themselves all these solutions. So we have this nice offer for the cloud, specially dedicated for the education, where you can have aggressive discounts on many items, like the access point that we have, on the license of the APs, on the access point themselves, and the whole package will be very interesting for the customers. The Velocity platform. So here, this is a very nice promotion we have been running for a while now, and is still continuing until end of December. It's a promotion that adjusts also depending on the needs, and we see that many of the switches which fall within the Velocity program are switches that are needed on a daily basis, that customer really are interested in, that provide and offer nice features. We can see here very aggressive discounts and solution provider pricing from the 8 ports till the 12 port switches, 24 until the 48 port switches on a different range. So please look into that. Let us know what are you interested in. And this is a very nice offer. Well, you can benefit from this promotion on these particular switches. Sometimes your customer might want a switch that is not part of the Velocity program, but we can easily offer them one of these switches to cover the need from all the 8 until 12, 24, and 48 ports, whether it's 1 gig or 10 gig uplinks, we have it in this program. And remember something, as Mo said earlier, our switches come with a lifetime warranty, and this includes a next business day shipment for the hardware replacement, including everything, the power supply, the fans, and everything within the switch. So please let us know as well for this promotion if it's interesting for you. I'm sure it is. We are here to support you with that. So final promotion, we have many others, but I selected these most important for our region. So this better together, faster together. This again, it's a nice promotion running until the end of the year. It's a very special pricing when we combine and bundle both the switches and the Wi-Fi together. And we're going to offer you a very nice and aggressive and important pricing for that. So it's a very special pricing on it, on the switches, on the APs that come with it, on the optics as well. So you can benefit from that offer. Let us know. We can come up with a nice solution to offer you a very good solution for you and your clients. So please let us know anytime. Reach out to us, and we're here to support you. So that was it from my side. Thank you very much. Thank you all for listening to this. And I'm done with the presentation. If you have any questions, please let us know.
Thank you, Abbas. Thanks for taking us through the promotions. I'm sure our attendees today will find this information valuable. Guys, we know that we are sharing a lot of content with you, a lot of details about products, promotions. So in case you need time to go through all this, do not worry. We will be sharing the slide deck with you after the presentations today. Without any further delay, I want to now welcome Mot, who's the Senior Systems Engineer for
watching the event and seeing how it's going. How are you today, Mo? Are you good to go for the morning? Mo, can you hear me?
Alex, we have some sound coming in from the studio, so if you can mute yourself. Hi, Mot, how are you?
Yes, hi. How are you doing? Good?
Yes, all good. We can hear you loud and clear. And if you can share your presentation in presentation mode, and then we are good to present.
Sure. Let me just I think now. Still, it's not in the presentation mode, right? It's still I could not.
You are in two studios. I think you've opened up the test studio and the live studio. If you can pop back to the other one.
Okay. Now, I think it's in the presentation mode, right? Is it now in the presentation mode?
We can't see the slides any longer. So if you can reshare it, it's just blank. We can see the slides now, but again, it's not in presentation mode.
Yeah, I don't see even the option to convert it to the. Yeah, 1 second. This is
no problem. Otherwise, do you want us to manage the slides on your behalf?
It should be the one right now. It should be in the presentation mode.
It's still not in presentation mode. Alex or Mike, would you be able to run the show, the slides for more?
Yeah, because I don't see the option to convert it to the presentation mode.
Alex, can you confirm if you will be able to run the slideshow? Mohit, no problem. I think we should continue with the momentum. So we are able to see the content. It's just that we can see some other slides on the left-hand side, but that's not a problem. Let's not have that become a showstopper. So please go ahead. Over to you. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, so my name is Muad Daqir. I'm the ROCAS Senior Network Engineer looking after Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. Today's presentation is going to be on the cloud unified management solution that we provide in our ROCAS distinguished portfolio. We will be discussing today the cloud solutions in general and what ROCAS offers, especially in this specific solution across, and even compared to the other vendors in the market as well. So we will be discussing the cloud, why to go for cloud managed networking solutions, and what it differs, when to choose that solution across the management ways of going with other management of access point management solutions available. So just to give some background or information about the cloud solutions in general, today's we're expecting this solution to be the trending, or even the demand on this solution is getting higher and higher. As we can see, here are some of the statistics showing that the percentage of the access point shipped in EMEA till 2023 will be cloud managed with the 40% of increment, while 6 billion of business for the Wi-Fi as a service type of deployments is going to be growing much and much more during this time. By the way, the European enterprises already migrated to the cloud services and application since 2018, while if not today, or even it's the time, if not now, we'll be behind the technology or even the trend of the technology in the world. So this topic is really important to focus on, and even to build a strategy to how to go with this solution, how to position it in the solutions, how to choose it, when to choose it. That's what we're going to actually explain in today's presentation. First of all, in order to actually, as you know, there are multiple ways to manage the access points. We know the on-premise controllers, either the appliance or the virtual one. We have the controllerless way of managing the access point, which is one of the access points will be managing the other access points. The other way of managing the access point is the cloud-based one. Cloud-based means what? That the controller is not in your premises, it's in the vendor premises data center. So the vendor owns the controller, owns everything, it provides all the services from its end or from its side. All what you need to do is just to buy the access point, subscribe to the cloud controller that's in the vendor's premises, and you get all of the services just automated and let's say bundled with this subscription. So when to choose the cloud? This slide somehow summarizes where to go between different, let's say, types of deployments and management of the access points. So if we see the small to medium business single site is different than even single to medium business multiple sites, where the plug and play here is the most, let's say, important factor and the less of let's say cost. So we can see here the unleashed, which is the controllerless, is the most fit, let's say, solution for that. But if we see these small to medium multiple sites, we can see here actually the somehow a cloud starting to get into the business here, where also in the large enterprises the cloud as well is there. So if you have a customer, or if you are like, let's say, running multiple sites, these sites are not connected to each other through the VPN connections, and you need to have a management across all of these sites, the best solution for you is to go for the cloud solution. Cloud will give you the access to all of these sites while they are not connected to each other, only connected to the internet, and you have the access to the portal where you can see all of the information about your infrastructure. And now we can say that it's Wi-Fi and switches as well. So you can get like more information about the wired clients, wireless clients as well. Some analytics about this network, the network that you are running, and all of these services are bundled in the subscription that you just purchased on the number of access points you have in your sites, and you get all of your sites configured all together from one platform, monitored and troubleshooted as well from one screen and platform, where you can access anywhere from anywhere in the world. So the good thing as well with the cloud solutions is that you can also access the service. You can access the administration page or even the configuration page of the network from anywhere in the world, because all what you need is the internet connection, and you have the URL on the public IP of that controller, which is in our data center, and then all what you have to know is to do is just to log in and browse your network, see what's navigate there, and get all the information you need anytime, anywhere. So we can see here where the cloud is positioned in the type of, we can see that it's somehow across all of the types of the businesses, mostly in the simple to medium multiple sites, and the large enterprises more than into the small to medium single site. And the next, what are the access points and solutions that we provide in the cloud now? So you can say that most, if not all, of our access points models are supported now on the cloud. So you can check all the access points by the models, which is supported from this link, which is listed below. You can just click on that link. You can get all the supported models of the access points supported on the cloud. The good thing is that with Ruckus, and that's what makes Ruckus different than the other vendors as well, is that the same access point model works for the cloud and also works for the controller on premise, and works on Unleashed, and also works as standalone. So this is what gives you the flexibility to choose the mode of operation of that access point. And if you change your mind, let's say you have one customer that's, let's say he's planning to go for, let's say, Unleashed, and then he's willing to choose and to try the cloud-based, let's say, solution. So he has the access point. He doesn't have to change the access point, the same access points models with the hardware he has. So he can just convert them to go to the cloud. So the good thing is that with Ruckus, that we protect the investment that the customer has invested in our product, and the same models, the same access points, hardware can be reused with a different way or a different mode of operation, different management, even method. While in the other vendors, if you wanna, let's say, a planning, or let's say, if you're willing to change from, let's say, the on-premise to cloud, that's not possible. Why? Because these are two different hardwares. The access points in the cloud is different than the access point in the on-premise. Let's say the managed by the controller. So that's not possible. That's why with Ruckus, the flexibility is there. With the flexibility even of the model of the access points, any from the indoor and the outdoor are all listed. So you can go with these models and convert them to go to the cloud. All what you need to do is just to subscribe. What you get with this subscription, you get the cloud management, you get reporting and analytic. All of this are bundled, by the way, in the subscription. And by the way, it's a very cost-effective, even designed cost for for the subscription on the cloud. You get the feature and security updates all automated by our, let's say, engineering team. The technical assistance, which is 24/7. There is a chat, phone, and you can open a case on the website as well, where you can also regular software updates are being applied to the system with the features bundled with them, without any, let's say, even interaction from your side. So you just like get noticed that the update is going to be on this time between, let's say, 12 and 1 at midnight, so that your network is not being affected on that upgrade. You get all the features are there, so there is no any admin effort need to be spent there. There is no any, let's say, even in the adding the access point, we are going also now the ease of use, the ease of configuring, the ease of accessing, all of the stuff that makes the cloud management solution is distinguished and really the way to be trending in the market now. We have talking about the access points now. Also, our switches now being supported on the cloud controller. The good thing is that with Ruckus, I know you might know this, which is our WLAN controller, our wireless controller, can manage the switches. Not only that, even our Unleashed solution, which is the access point managing the other access points, this access point also can manage our switches. No any other vendor has such feature and technology available such in such way. So in the controllerless, in the on-premise controller, and also on the cloud controller, all of these modes, in any of these modes, you can manage the switches and the access points together from the same platform. You don't need to buy the network management system in order to manage this. While in other vendors, you need to buy the WLAN controller and the network management system in order to manage the switches and the access points together. Okay, so that's gonna raise the cost. And also you have two different platforms where the WLAN controller has a platform where the NMS has a different platform. These are our switches, 7150, 7650, 7850, all now being managed on the cloud and ready. All what you need to do is just to upgrade the switch software firmware to 8090, that's it. And let's say afterward. So now all being managed from one platform, all services are bundled only. You just need to subscribe to the cloud and buy the access points, that's all. You need internet connection from each side to the cloud. So what is all about? It's super easy setup, as we have mentioned, and it's grow as you go. You don't have to care about what is the limit of the controller on managing the number of access points. So you just keep adding access points and you subscribe to these access points. The cloud-based controller that we are actually putting in our data center can manage hundreds of thousands of access points. So this is something that you should not even care about. You just keep adding access points with the subscription. You don't care about the limit on the controller. And also the future-proof, as we have mentioned, and the native mobile application that we are going to talk about. It's so simple that the access point is being automatically discovered from the application, being provisioned automatically as well, connected to the network, and then you get the SSID, or let's say the wireless, broadcasted, all happy, connected with a very simple and easy of use GUI on the cloud that even the not professional or even expert level can even deal with and configure. So what makes now Ruckus differentiated in this specific solution is that really, even if other vendors have the cloud-based managed solution, but what Ruckus has, which is the first thing that distinguishes Ruckus in all of its solutions, is the great Wi-Fi performance. No one can beat Ruckus in the Wi-Fi. It's really the best Wi-Fi available in the market, with its patent technologies registered under their name, from the BeamFlex Plus technology, PDMRC, even the security, or even like from the channel fly. So there are multiple technologies and features that Ruckus has that makes it distinguished in the Wi-Fi and the RF world, while also lowering total cost of ownership, as we have mentioned, that even this solution is bundled and designed in a way to be a very cost effective and better than others in the cost way. Investment protection, we have also mentioned this, as we have like our solution is scalable to any level, to any way of management method, and is so simplified to manage. So all of this bundled with the cloud-based as well solution, so that what makes Ruckus even for the cloud even differentiated compared to the other vendors available in the market. So what are the Ruckus cloud features? The key one, which is the industry best RF and switches, so both managed and the best from the hardware, from the performance. The web UI, as we have mentioned, is so simple to deal with, and I'm encouraging you actually to run a demo or ask for a demo account to run some access points and just like feel the ease of use of that really GUI and dashboard and platform. The dashboard is so simple, showing everything there, showing the number of access points, clients, number of switches, the performance, general keys of, or let's say general graphs of the performance on the dashboard, so you get a general information about your network from the first dashboard you access in the cloud. The guest services as well is added there, so all of these features are bundled in the cloud, so there is no extra licenses required to add more features or add more, let's say, visibility to, or let's say accessibility to other type of clients. Reporting and analytics is all there. It's provided by you, provided to you automatically because of the subscription to the cloud. The analytic engine is already connected to the cloud controller, providing you with more information about your network and more detailed information as well, and access and control on that network. The mobile application, this is really the one of the distinguished here key feature that we have, that how to add the access point to the cloud. It's all about scanning the barcode or getting into the cloud account by your mobile application and get connected to the portal on the cloud. And in order to add access point, all what you need to do is just to scan the barcode of the access point. That's it. And it's gonna add it to your cloud controller. And then from even the mobile application, you can monitor, configure, and provision and operate the network. So wherever you are, anytime you can access your network, even from the mobile, either from the mobile application or from your desktop or laptop. The application visibility, so you have visibility on the applications. You can see what applications being used: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever the applications being used. I'm not saying websites, I'm saying applications. So it's on the smartphones, the applications being used. Not only that, you are not only can see, but you can also control from a traffic shape. You can control from denying, allowing, or you can just like specify amount of data to being, or let's say bandwidth to being used for that specific application. The services on the WLAN and LAN as well, you can have the full configuration there, and the services requirement are there, you can control. So moving to how to add, as we have mentioned, how to add devices and Ruckus access points to the network. You can see here, like from the application, you can log in. You can either add a switch or add access points, or you just like, you can just scan the barcode and that's it. So you log in from the application and then you just scan the barcode of the access point or the switch, and then it's gonna be added. Even the stack, when you add the stack, Okay, you can sorry, when you add a switch, you can either choose either to go for a standalone switch or you go for a stacked switch. So look at the ease of even like the steps going. You're going to even like adding devices and like making the smooth, let's say, addition to the network. Here's like the dashboard that we have talking about. Look at the dashboard, how it looks like. By the way, you have the Google Map integrated into our controller as well, so you can see your sites with the number of access points and switches up and down on that specific sites if you have multiple sites. And these multiple sites being also like pinned or let's say assigned to or let's say added to the specific let's say locations in the map as well. So you can see that this rich actually dashboard that's showing all of the information in a very simple way and very nice even looking. So you can see the clients on the Wi-Fi and the switches. You can see the devices, Wi-Fi access point and the switches, how many up, how many down. The venues is your branches as well. So you can see number of branches you are applying and you are configuring and which one of these having issues or alarms, whatever. From the analytic as well, you can add to that as well. This is some of the screenshots taken from the client visibility. So you can here see the unified client visibility. You can see the clients on the Wi-Fi, on the switches with the all information of that clients being connected to your network. So it's so simple, easy, and so even clear to get all the information, easy to get all the information about the clients, whether they are Wi-Fi or wired clients. Here the global search as well. You can search about the clients if they are failed to get into the network, either they are wireless or wired clients. Okay, here's like single pane for alarm and events as well. So even the alarms and event now. So if you have a mix of switches and access points from different vendor, if you face any issue, so you will not be at the first, like the customer still will be like looking for the issue is coming from the wireless part or from the wired part. So he has to call two different support, let's say technical support assistants, and asking for each one to get into the network and let's say navigate where the problem is. And sometimes one of the assistants will be saying that the problem is not from our side, talk to the other vendor and let's say see if he's like the one having the issues or not. But if you have all from one vendor, so you have unified alarms, you have unified let's say events and logs and let's say network. So the support that's gonna be supporting you assistant will be like, let's say, managing both systems. So it's gonna be easier for him to determine the issue coming from where exactly, since he's gonna manage both systems together and assist you on both systems. Troubleshooting as well, it's easier now because now you can see that these ports on the switches, whether they are access points, clients, or it's an empty port, from the ping trace route as well. So it gives you from where the issue is, if there is any issue in the connection, either from wireless or wired. That's all was for today. It's your now time to ask. Like I'll be glad to answer any question. That's all what was planned to be presented for today's session. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for the very informative session. I'm sure that there's a lot that our attendees have learned through the presentation today. Guys, if you are worried that there's a lot of content that we have shared, then please don't worry. We will be sharing the presentations with you after the presentation. And you can still send us your questions through the chat option, and we will get them addressed by our presenters. But now it's time for us to actually, move to the quiz part of the section where we want to check how attentive you were during the presentations today. Yeah, so today's quiz will be conducted on Kahoot. All you need to do is download the Kahoot app on your mobile phone and enter the PIN, which is 9033696 in order to participate in the live quiz. The PIN is being displayed on the screen right now as well. So all you need to do is download the app and join us for the quiz. Yeah. In case you are unable to download the app, you can still participate in the quiz through your web browser, and you can use the link www.kahoot.it. It's again on the screen. You will be able to see the link as well, and you can join it. But my recommendation is that you use the app because it offers a much more user-friendly experience. So we already have around 37 people who have joined in, and the numbers are going up. We will just give it a couple of seconds more to see if there are more of you who would like to join. So once again, very simple. Download the Kahoot app, open the app, and enter the PIN 9033696. I think we are good to proceed. I can see that there are a lot of people who have joined in. We will just maybe give it a couple of seconds, the last few seconds for any one of you who are still trying to join Kahoot app. The PIN is 9033696. 10 easy questions, some very exciting prizes to be won. I guess we are good to begin. So let's have a look at our questions for today. So all the best, guys. Now, before we start, one quick suggestion. Answer it fast and answer it correct. Who is the president and CEO of CommScope? That's your first question. There are 4 options in front of you. You have about 12 seconds remaining. You have now around 2 seconds left. The correct answer here was Eddie Edwards, and unfortunately, none of you got it right. But don't be disheartened. We still have a lot more questions to come. So let's have, I think we can skip through our leaderboard for now. Let's have a look at the next question. Question number 2. What is the part number of access points for mobility? There are 4 options in front of you, and you have around 12 seconds remaining. So the correct answer here is MS10. There were 4 of you who only got it right. Let's have a quick look at our leaderboard. So we have Mohammed in the first place, Bart in the second place, and Mike in the third place. So guys, since you're not using your full name, my request is to please take a screenshot of your app in case you are one of the top 3 winners and send it to us on the email ID we will be sharing through the chat option, and we will make sure then that you get your prizes very soon. So once again, a reminder, you are being judged based on the correctness of the answer as well as the speed of answering. Yeah, so there's a lot of movement that's going to happen on the leaderboard. So if you have not answered the first 2 questions correctly, don't be disheartened. You still have a very good chance to win the quiz today. So without further delay, let's see the next question. Question number 3 out of 10. What is the maximum number of access points supported on Unleashed? Is it 25? Is it 75? Is it 128? Or is it 50? You have around 10 seconds remaining. So the correct answer here is 50, and unfortunately only 2 of you got it right. Let's have a quick look at our leaderboard. So we have Mohammed in the first place, we have Mubin Akhtar now in second place, followed by Bart in the third place. Let's have a look at the next question. This is a true or false. Zone director access point cannot be migrated to smart zone. Is this true or is this false? You have around 10 seconds to go. Easy one, a true or false statement. We already have around 14 replies. So the correct answer is false. Let's have a quick look at our leaderboard. So we have Mohammed in the first place, Khalid now in the second place, and I am in the third place. Again, a quick reminder, since you guys are not using your full names, and I can see that some are not even using their real names. So don't worry. All you need to do is take a screenshot showing that you are one of the top 3 winners from your app and send it to the email ID that will be shared in the live chat option. Moving on to the next question. So this is question number 5 out of 10. What is the advantage of BeamFlex? There are 4 options in front of you. You need to choose the right option. You have around 7 seconds remaining. The correct answer here is coverage, performance, and reliability. And unfortunately, only 2 of you got it right. Let's have a quick look at our leaderboard. We have Mohammed in the first place, followed by Khalid in the second place now, and there is Nishad in the third place. Looking at our 6th question, which of the following virtual platform does Ruckus VSZ support? Is it VMware? Is it Hyper-V? Is it AWS? Or is it all of the above? Which of these following virtual platforms does Ruckus VSZ support? The correct answer here was all of the above. Nish is now in the first place, followed by Mohammed in the second place and JJ in the third place. Let's have a look at our next question. So guys, this is going to be the 7th out of 10. What is the maximum number of switches that can be stacked in ICX 7150? Is it 3? Is it 6? Is it 8? Or is it 12? You have around 10 seconds remaining. The correct answer here was 12. Let's have a quick look at our leaderboard. We have Nishad, who has now moved to the top place on the leaderboard, followed by Nish in the second place and Mohammed in the third place. Moving on to our next question. This is again a true or false. Ruckus Cloud Management includes rich configuration features for LAN, WAN, and guest services. Is this a true statement or is this false? You have around 10 seconds remaining. The correct answer here is true, and majority of you got it right. Let's see how this has impacted our leaderboard. So Nishad is still retaining the first place, and so is Nish retaining the second place. But in the third place, now we have a new entrant who is Abdul Karim. Let's have a quick look at the next question. Question number 9 out of 10. CommScope Ruckus Cloud Management System can manage which of the following network devices? There are 4 options in front of you. You need to choose the right option. So the correct answer here, there were only 5 people who got it right. Let's see how this has impacted our leaderboard. So we now have Abdul Karim, who has jumped from the 3rd place to the 1st place. We have Nishad in the 2nd place now, followed by Nish in the 3rd place. Let's have a look at our final question. But before we see the question, I would like to tell you that since Kahoot judges people based on not only the correctness, but also on the speed. So just with one question, you can see a lot of difference, a lot of movement happening on the leaderboard. So the last question can be the big decider. Yeah. So all the best to all of you. Pay attention and let's have a look at our last question for today's quiz. So the 10th question. In 2019, CommScope acquired which companies? There are again 4 options in front of you. You need to choose the right option. You need to choose the companies that were acquired by CommScope in 2019. It's an easy one. So the correct answer was option C, which is Aris and Ruckus. Only 2 of you got it right. Let's see our final podium for today's quiz. So in the 3rd place, we have Nish. In the 2nd place, we have Nishad. And right on the top of the podium, we have Abdul Karim. So a big congrats to you all. So Nish, for winning the 3rd place, you have won yourself a JBL speaker. Nishad, for the 2nd place, you have won yourself Apple AirPods. And Abdul Karim, you have won yourself a Samsung Galaxy Watch. Yeah. So as I said, please take that screenshot from your app showing that you are one of the top 3 winners. Send it to the email ID we will be sharing in a few seconds in the chat, and we will make sure that you get the prizes very soon. So a big congrats to all of you. And with this, we have reached, we are approaching the close of today's summit, but we still have a big announcement to be made, which is regarding the winner of the puzzle challenge that we had. So there was this challenge, the puzzle challenge that you saw earlier today, where you had to put together the CommScope logo, and the prize for this goes to Mubin Akhtar, who's been on the top of the leaderboard. So again, a big round of applause and congrats to you. You've won yourself 12 months subscription for Netflix, and we will make sure you get your prize shortly. We will be sharing our marketing email ID, which is marketing.me@westcon.com. It's marketing.me@westcon.com. It will be shared in the chat. So if you are one of the winners today, please send us an email with that screenshot. It'll make it easier for us, and please use your business email IDs only. With that, we've reached a close for today's summit. I would like to thank all of you for joining us today and making the event successful. As I said at the start of the summit, that we understand our responsibility towards the bigger community. We understand that we are in the middle of a pandemic, and we need to do our bit. So we will be making a donation on behalf of all the 148 attendees during today's summit, and the donations will be made by us to Lebanese Red Cross, as well as UNICEF, towards UNICEF projects which are ongoing in Bangladesh and in India. We thank you for the support, and if you have any queries, any questions, do feel free to reach out to us. The Westcon team is there to support you. Please feel free to reach out to your Westcon account managers, and we will be glad to support you. Thank you once again for joining us. Thank you.